Let us begin then. Thank you, Nishaji. So today's chapter that we are going to talk about is outflowing. Last time what we have discussed is accepting your good, right? That
Yeah,
was the part
accepting.
we have discussed. Yeah, accepting your good. Anybody tried this meditation again? Imagine yourself in everyday situation. Picture someone looking at you with great love, admiration, and telling you something that really like about you. Now picture a few more people coming up and agreeing that you're a wonderful person. If this embarrasses you, stick with it. Imagine more and more people arriving, gazing at you with tremendous love and respect in their eyes. Picture yourself in a parade or on a stage with throngs of cheering, applauding people, all loving and appreciating you. Hear this applause ringing in your ears. Stand up, take a bow, and thank them for their support and appreciation. Anybody tried this? No, Priya, we don't have enough time for all this.
I
So
tried
busy.
prayer. I tried two
Okay.
times, three times actually.
Wow. How was it?
It was nice. Actually, I heard this on a recording. I was not there last week for the session.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
heard it on Sunday, I think. And then I tried it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 3 days I tried. So
Hmm.
first 2 days it was like a little odd. Third day I felt, yeah, it was good. And actually one change I saw in myself. So
Hmm.
I am a part of a health community. I'm trying to build some business. So for I think now several months, my coach has been telling me, and even at least for 1.5 months, to put some status on WhatsApp. And I'm very distinct to put it, right? I think, oh, that is all useless. It doesn't help at all. I find it very distinct. So after I did this for 3 days now, next 3 days I've been putting up status. So maybe a change happened because of this. Okay, people are acknowledging me or something, whatever I saw in this meditation. So that
Hmm.
was the change I could see in the outer reality because of this, what I did. And I was very comfortable, sharing the status. And a lot of people wrote to me. So it was nice. 2, 3 old friends wrote to me. So it was a nice feeling
Very nice.
coming to
Very
me
nice.
after I did this meditation. So yeah, then I stopped. I forgot, but yes, you reminded. I'll do it more. It helped.
Yes, it helps. Thank you. Wonderful, Charu. Yes, Gauriji.
Yeah, Priya. I tried when I had some issue in my office. Like they were about to do some inquiry, like not inquiry exactly. The management wanted to check who was at wrong. Like some issue. So I was also part of it. So that time, before getting into that meeting, no, I tried to visualize myself like appreciating. Okay, you have done a proactive action. In spite of that, it has gone beyond your control like that. I tried to manifest in that way. It has to, because I was very confident that I was not at the wrong place. So during that meeting, I was given a chance to explain also. And instead of going and defending myself, no, I just briefed about the facts, how it has happened, and it was taken in a very positive way. And they understood that I was not at fault. And the person who was trying to do something for me, he got exposed. So it was a
Very nice.
yeah, yeah, great experience for me. I didn't expect that way, but I tried myself, like, will try this because I was not at fault. That confidence was there. Thank you,
Wonderful.
Priya. Thank
At the
you.
same time, the person who's being exposed, it's my responsibility being in awareness that I have to even bless that person so that he also stays calm and,
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
settles and realizes his mistake and not to repeat it.
While discussing this with my other colleague, no, she said, no, she appreciated me like, Gauri, ma'am, you please be like that. I was praying for him. I was also feeling very upset for him. That time, she was unable to believe me, and she said, no, you be like that. You're a very good heart. You are very good at heart, like that, she said.
Wonderful.
But thank you.
But
Thank you,
one
Priya.
correction here. I don't have to feel upset for the other person.
Because
That's not my work. Consciously.
uh, mm,
My work is to bless them and
mm,
make them realize themselves. That's my best work I can do, because at an energy level, whatever I am feeling for a person is the energy I'm transferring to them in that moment. The moment I feel upset, the moment I feel painful, the moment I feel bad for them, that
mm,
is the exact energy I'm sending to them. As I am sending to them, universe brings it back into my life. That's how the universe works, right?
I
What I
yeah,
can
yeah.
have is, I can have love for the person. I can have more compassion for the person. I can send them blessings. As these vibrations will reach the person, whatever level it has to help them will help them. Also, they will make its way to come back to me, right?
Yeah, I realized one thing, Priya. I have because of that I felt bad. No, he's still not talking with me in good terms. Like
Mm.
that is why it's still continuing. I'm
Yeah.
getting your
So,
point.
so
Yeah.
here one more point, wonderful point. When I am feeling bad for a person, my ego is also a center point here. Okay. To convince or tell myself or make me feel myself, hey, I'm feeling bad for the person. I'm a good person. I am thinking that way. I am feeling that way. And then somewhere there is a need in me also to uh,
True.
prove that I am feeling so. When that
Correct.
that center point of ego is involved, and I am, again, that energy is being transferred, right? The other person can sense it. I mean, at an energy level, and cannot be comfortable with me. The moment I remove the self in between, erase it, and the blessings from me directly reaches the person, things get clear. Now, even if the person doesn't talk to me, it is not going to affect me. It's not my point now. I mean, he talks, very good. He doesn't talks, better than that. But I will not be focusing on why he's not talking, this and that, anything. So the more is my vibration clear, the better my, I mean, environment and everything becomes, and my inner heart becomes, right? How beautiful it is, right? I mean,
Yeah.
anybody got the understanding of it?
Yeah. Still, I'm not out of that. Even though that problem got settled down, still it continues because of my ego or something. Yeah, I have to accept it. Thank you,
So
Priya.
you just have to say, I am willing and choose to release the ego self from here. I release it completely from this particular situation. I set myself free. So when you say that, just by your saying, I'm telling you, there will be a shift in energy. Immediate shift will happen, right? And you will be able to connect. Right?
Thank you, Priya.
Very
Thank you
nice.
so
Thank you, Gauriji. See, like you have shared your experience, we are able to talk about it, right? If we don't share, then nothing comes up, right? Very nice. Great. Let's go ahead now. Thank you for sharing. Another key principle is that of giving or outflowing. Okay. So actually, you see the people or us also with whatever problems we are facing in our lives, somewhere we are not giving, and that's why we are not receiving it, right? Especially, I mean, there is some cousin of ours, and that person's life is completely stuck. I mean, he wants to get married, not finding a place. He wants to have a house, don't know how to. He wants to be permanently placed in a government fraternity where he's working, but that is also not happening. From all angles, the life is stuck. And you know, one of his biggest problem is he cannot help someone. He just cannot go beyond and help anybody. He just doesn't take any effort in doing anything for anyone. When he is not giving, right? And the thought process he has is, when anything good is not happening to me, why should I do? When life is like this for me, why should I do? I will not do. Why I will do? So when he is stuck with this thought process, his life is stuck. And still now, that person is not able to understand that he is blocking himself with this thought process. It's not the other way around. He has to become open himself, becoming more. And now, by not giving and feeling jealous is also a form of not giving, right? You feel so jealous about others' success and everything, right? So in all ways, we get stuck, right? When this person is coming in our consciousness, I think we must send blessing to that person, that he must understand, realize, and accept that he has to learn the principle of giving in order to receive. That's the universal law, and that's how it works, right? And same is for everybody, and that's what is for today. Anybody would like to go ahead and read today? Anyone would like to come up and read today?
Priya, I want to read.
Rachita?
Yeah.
Okay, Rachita, please go ahead. Thank you for coming forward.
Yeah.
One thing,
Another.
Priya,
Yeah,
sorry to
Shubhdaji.
interrupt. I see there are no men, only women are here.
Oh, we are missing men. We must bless our session with more men now.
I just read the snippets there, which we are going to read now. So I just want to say that, sometimes there are only takers from us as women.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's say if you see your mom or yourself, you're doing everything every day, every minute for your family. But they will not care enough to reward you with love or kindness or respect or
Hmm.
attention, you know, even in boyfriend girlfriend relationship or a live-in relationship, this may happen. So no matter how much you give, you may not get back. And you might say that there are blocks within you only. So only women need
Hmm.
therapy or what? Men are bindas. They're free birds, they get everything and they're happy go lucky and they do need nothing. Don't need
Hmm.
therapy.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. First of all, whatever concepts we discuss here, they are irrespective of men and women, actually, Shubdaji. When we are discussing the points here and the way we work on at the spiritual level, we are not talking on a masculine terms as well as not on a feminist terms. It's about a person, a soul, a consciousness, right? If I am a person who's giving yet not receiving, I'm a person who's so giving yet not receiving, there is something within me which is blocking it to receive. One, one wonderful clarity one has to get. There can be different blocks at different levels. Maybe as a child, I have understood and realized and accepted that I don't deserve to um, receive. And they would have created their benchmark. If you will do 100 things, then you should receive 5. And if you see, their life really goes according to the belief system. If you see, someone shared in the book session about a prisoner story, right? About the belief and mind, right? It actually works. The second thing I am doing as a woman, I am doing it for the family, right? For my in-laws, for the husband, for everything. But where is my heart? Many women do it just for the sake of proving themselves that, they're worth it. They're worth it. They just want to make their identity, and their ego self is involved. I mean, this ego self is involved in between. When that is the case, your vibration cannot attract things which you deserve. Okay. So here, whatever we discuss, it's irrespective of a man and a woman. It doesn't matter. You're a man, you're a woman, doesn't matter. But your vibration, your own consciousness is attracting everything because everything is energy. You getting me, Shubdaji? Right? And why I have taken a female body, why I have taken a male body, it's a soul decision, right? Right? I never wanted to be a girl. I always hated being a girl since my childhood. And I mean, I have created a strong aversion within me towards cooking in my childhood. This is not my work. I'm not meant for this. I will never do it. All those things, right? And because all that, right? But now, as I am understanding these concepts, I'm starting to accept the femininity, because if I have picked up a female body, it is because I want to experience and learn to be a female and also enjoy the feminism, right? And I was also a great critic, why only men will do, why only I will do, why females will do, I will not do, you have to do all that. But since I've entered this journey, I have came out of all this. All is debate, nothing else. No one will get any answer for this. You see, so much we discuss, no answers will come, right? The only right answer is my consciousness is the right answer. Go within, ask yourself, why are you not receiving? Get your answer and move forward. That's all. So you're getting it, Shubdaji, right? And let me tell you, Shubdaji, it comes in abundance the moment you clear your blocks. I have been experiencing it myself. It comes in abundance. The receiving comes when you know how to open your receiving channels, it really comes in abundance, right? That's an experience that we can get. I hope I've answered, Shubdaji, in some way. Right. Anything you want to say, Shubdaji?
Yeah, so what I understand is that you need to identify your own blocks. Maybe writing down will help you identify blocks.
Exactly. Exactly. My own blocks, my own consciousness, where it is, where I'm stuck, how to move forward. That
Like
is the
when I
journey.
was a kid, when I was a teenager, some astrologer told me that don't try to help people, because if you help, nobody will recognize that you ever helped them.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
so I'm a little hesitant in going out of my way and helping, but I wish them best and I try to help peripherally, but not.
Okay. Okay. One more understanding, Shubdaji. Help doesn't mean that you have to do something in particular action.
Yeah,
Not required.
right.
If you are not, let's say, suppose here somebody is going through a problem financially. Definitely, I may not be in a state of helping them financially, right? I can help them through my blessings. I can help them by giving my time, listening to them. Just by listening to them, being compassionate to them, telling them, hey, don't worry, life will be okay. That's the biggest help. So we have to understand that help doesn't mean just I have to fix their problem in action. No, 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 I don't have to. In whatever way I can deliver my help is I can do prayers, blessings, right? And doing something on their name like charity, some mantra jap, positive energy I can create on their name. And then if physically I'm able to help them, why not? We can do it. But you don't have to go out of the way to do it, right? So everything is a form of
Yeah,
help.
also in relationships, you try to help somebody, you cook for them, you serve them as a family member. But they might treat you, their attitude might be different for them. Like a woman, like she may not, her husband might take her as a servant. I have heard men say that, oh, she can do it.
Yeah.
They don't
That's a
respect her
particular
actually.
soul journey, Shubdaji. I mean, then in relationships, karma is so much involved. So it's a deep thing. One has to identify one's life and then make it out. There are certain blocks from a person. There is also a karma involved. So one is a person, next is the relationship. So they both mingle together, and that's how we, if we are suffering, we suffer or we
Yeah,
create good
they
in our life.
Technically, they say that, hey, if he's not treating you well, walk away from him. So what you should do in that case? Should you first work on your blocks, or bless them and let them go, and like what you should do in that case?
Depending on a person and the condition and the situation they are going through, very, very subjective to the individual person,
Yeah.
Shubhdaji. If their relationship is very, very toxic, definitely they can create some distance. But if it is not, and I mean, it's very, very subjective, Shubhdaji. Cannot be
Yeah,
answered like this. One
absolutely.
has to know
Yeah.
deeply about it,
Yeah.
and then can answer
Yeah,
them.
thanks, Priya.
Right? Very nice. Okay, let's go ahead now. Rachita, your turn now. Please go ahead.
Very grateful. Shubhda ji just spoke my mind. I was discussing the same thing with my grandmom today. Like, why these men, like, I was actually having the same conversation. Why do they have to get everything and get away with it? Like, I'm like, oh. And then Shubhda ji was like very vocal. She went on the depth. But then I realized whatever Priya told, not to that depth. But I realized that, okay, there's something that is pricking me. Let me find out. Why did I get pricked? So I reversed it. So, I mean, I believe in what Priya says, like, there's no gender, just the soul.
No, Jen. Absolutely. Very nice.
So,
Thank you,
thank
Rachita. Go
you
ahead now.
for giving this. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so another key principle is that of giving or outflowing. The universe is made of pure energy, the nature of which is to move and flow. The nature of life is constant change, constant flux. When we understand this, we tune into its rhythm and we are able to give and receive freely, knowing that we never really lose anything but constantly gain.
Go ahead, Rachita.
Yeah, once we begin to learn to accept the goodness of the universe, we naturally want to share it as well. Realizing that as we give out our energy, we make space for more to flow into us.
Exactly. Right? Wonderful. So, the universe is pure energy, and it is a nature in which you move and flow. The nature of life is never constant. I mean, it keeps changing. It is always changing. Every moment it is changing, right? When we understand this, we tune into that rhythm and we are able to give and receive freely, knowing that we never lose anything, really anything, but we constantly gain, right? Once she says we begin to accept the goodness from universe, we are able to share it also with others, realizing that as we give our energy, we make space for more to flow within us. When we give out our energy, we make more space within us to flow into us, right? So, so many times this thought comes that, shall I share this? Shall I not share this? Shall I hold this? Shall I not hold this? But as I have been sharing everything freely with people without having anything else in my mind, if that comes that, okay, this has to be shared with this person, I just share it, right? It really helps me so much that it creates a space within me to know more and to get more. And also, I am able to make beautiful relationships with this. So, what I am getting is beautiful relationships, and what they are getting is unconditional guidance, right? What a wonderful connection, right? So, let's go ahead, Rachita, when through insecurity.
Oh, okay, one second. Just a minute. Went through, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Went through insecurity, fear, and a feeling that there isn't enough. We try to hold on to or cling to what we have. We begin to cut off this wonderful flow of energy in the process of hanging on to what we have. We fail to keep the energy moving and we don't make space for new energy
Come
to
to
come
us.
to us.
Yeah. So, have you noticed certain houses where they keep a lot of the old stuff accumulated? I mean, it's been there from years, years, years. Actually, this is a case in our family also. Not to be like saying not with us, but yes, definitely, right? So you see our lives. see your own life or see that person's life, abundance cannot be there because the stuck energy is there, right? You see in the clothes, when you have this much of heap, you're using, not using, but this much heap, you see new, there is no space for new to come in. Very less will be there. The moment you clear it, clear it, clear it, clear it, there is a space for new. Now, this space comes from this, oh, you know what? I need more. Even that, or whatever sense it comes, but it will come. Right? Same is with energy. That's why one of the beautiful process which Louis always suggests is, if you want calmness in your mind, declutter your clothes. Go and declutter your clothes. Clean your wardrobe. What you have not used from last 1 year, clear it off. And then you see lot of peace we find in our life when we do that, right? So she says, when through insecurity or that feeling that things are not enough, we try to hold and cling to have, we cut off the wonderful flow of energy. And in the process of holding what we have, we fail to keep the energy moving, and we don't have the space for the new energy to come to us. Energy takes many forms. Understand this. Energy takes many forms: love, affection, appreciation, recognition, material possessions, money, and friendship. The principle equally applies on all these forms, right? The moment you hold love for someone and you are not willingly give as you have to give, you cannot receive it. The energy is not moving, right? And that's where we are blocked. Okay, let's go ahead, Rajita. If you look around at those who are most unhappy,
Also, these energies can be negative, right? Here, there are slightly positive energies. So we can
mhm,
keep on to low level energies, insecurities, fear,
that's what
anger.
she's saying, no? She's saying out of insecurity and fear, we hold on.
Hmm. Hmm.
I am not able to give enough love to my partner because I feel he will take me for granted.
Hmm.
He will not appreciate me enough, or he will take me,
Yeah,
I may have
you're
to,
exactly on
I'll be
spot.
misused, right? So what I am
Yes.
doing is I'm holding love out of insecurity or fear, right? Holding
Yeah.
that love for that person. Maybe in the moment I feel like, I must make a wonderful meal for my husband, but then I feel, hey, you know what? If you have made today, every week you have to make it, you know, leave it here. So you stop yourself because some thought blocks you, like, leave it, or in any way, right? When we do that, we are holding that and we get stuck on that level. So it doesn't move, energy doesn't move, right? What she's saying is the energy that we are talking, it has many forms, can be love, affection, appreciation, recognition, material possessions, money, friendship, right? So people accumulate money, so much money. Even if they know that someone they can help, they have plenty, they can help, they don't do. So what happens is, you see, lot of their money will go either in accidents, medications, someone's recovery at home, something has happened in the house, they have to now again do the repair. Some or the other thing will come up, some challenge will come up. Money is definitely has to go, but they hold on to it, and you know they get stuck with it, right? That's how it works. So if you look around you at those who are most unhappy, let's go ahead, Rachita.
You will often find that they are people who have starved, who have starved feelings in some way, and are therefore taking a very grasping posture towards life. They feel that life is, in general, and other people in particular, are not giving them what they need. It is as if they have a stranglehold on life, trying desperately to wring out the love and satisfaction they crave. yet actually choking off the supply. And many of us have a little of this tendency.
Wonderful point. She says if you look around, the people who are unhappy, most often you'll find that they have a feeling of starved, lack consciousness feeling in some way, and therefore taking a very grasping posture. I understand this grasping posture as taking control of everything. I have to do it. I have to take control. I have to do this. I have to be this. I have to do everything. You know, they feel that life in general, or particularly people, are not giving what they need. Neither life is giving them, not people are giving them. It is as if they have a stranglehold, means control on life, trying desperately to wring out love and satisfaction they crave for. Yet they're choking that supply. And many of us have this tendency within us. Actually, most of us have this tendency of lack consciousness within us. When we find that place within ourselves that is giving, we begin to reverse the flow. So everybody have tried, right? Whenever we do charity, whenever we do something good for someone, how our heart feels. Actually, you can see a heart opening up when you give someone or you help someone, and their eyes are like bloomed, and then you see, my God, I mean, such lightness is felt here, right? Such lightness is felt here. That's what is called as giving, actually giving, right? And it can never be experienced by holding or in any other way, right? She says, when we find that place within ourselves that is giving, we begin to reverse the flow. True giving happens not from a space of sacrifice. Very wonderful point. True giving is not from a space of sacrifice or self righteousness or an idea of spirituality, but for the true pleasure of it, because it's fun. It can only come from a full and loving place. So, whenever we feel that our heart is opening more, it's a wonderful feeling. That means we have been giving from a loving place, right? Let's go ahead, Rachita.
We each have an infinite supply of love and happiness within us. We have been accustomed to thinking that we have to get something from outside of us in order to be happy. But in truth, it works the other way. We must learn to contact our inner source of happiness and satisfaction and flow it outwards to share with others. Not because it is virtuous to do so, but because it feels really good. Once we tune
Wonderful
into
point.
it,
Yeah, just a second, Rachita. She says we all have infinite supply of love and happiness within us. But we have been accustomed to thinking that I have to get something from outside, only then I will be happy. But in truth, it works the other way. We must learn to connect with the inner source of happiness and satisfaction, and then flow it outside, share it with others. Not because it is virtuous, a right thing to do, but it feels really good. So once we tune into it, just we naturally want to share it, because that's an essential nature of love, and we all are loving beings. Okay. Only those who have an heart of giving will be able to understand this. I mean, they'll be able to get the essence of it. For all others who may not be getting it, it's okay, no problem. But we can start trying and giving. And the beautiful way of start trying giving is gratitude and appreciation and blessings. Being truly grateful to a person who has done something, appreciating genuinely to a person who really deserves in that moment, and then blessing whomsoever has hurt me or has some conflict with me or really wants a blessing in that moment. So, three things to begin with to learn to open our heart to giving and flowing: gratitude, appreciation, and blessings. Right? Let's go ahead, Rachita. As we outflow our loving energy,
As we outflow our loving energy, we make room for more to flow into us. We soon discover that this process feels so good in itself. We just want to do it more and more. And the more we share of yourself from this space, the more you seem to get from the world. Because of the outflow inflow principle, nature abhors a vacuum. So, as you outflow, you create a space into which something must flow. Giving becomes its own reward.
oh, wonderful point. I mean, very wonderfully she has explained. She said, we soon discovered that the process feels good in itself. We just want to do it more and more, right? And the more you share from yourself from this space, actually, when we share it from this space, we will never feel burdened, because this is not a space from ego. This is a space of love. And you'll never feel burdened. In fact, you'll feel more lighter while doing it or after doing it. The more you seem to get from the world. So the more you share it with that, from the zone or the place of love, the more we get it from world, because it's the outflow inflow principle. So nature abhors a vacuum, she says. When outflows, there is a space that creates where something has to flow within, right? Giving becomes its own reward. So I have heard somewhere, read somewhere that the moment you give something to the universe has to give 10 times. It has to give you back. Now you give good, bad, it's your choice, but it has to come back to you. Yeah? That's the universal principle. And she has explained scientifically to it this. It's like a vacuum. The moment you outflow, there is something that has to get inside. When we fully understand and live this principle, we have manifested our innately loving nature, right? Let's go ahead, Rachita. You will find that
You will find that as you use creative visualization, the more basically giving orientation you have in life, the easier it will be to fulfill your dream. But remember always that you can't continue to give unless you are equally open to receiving. And that giving also means giving to yourself.
wonderful point. Wonderful point. She says, you'll find that creative visualization more basically giving orientation you have to life. The easiest is to way to fulfill your dreams, right? She says, remember, you can't continue to give unless you're equally open to receive, right? What a wonderful point. You can't continue to give unless you're equally open to receive. And that giving means giving to yourself, not to the other person, right? When it comes to outflowing, practice makes perfect. Practice is important. You must consciously practice it in order to get the experience how good it feels. Here are some examples in outflowing you can try if you need some expansion in this area. So there are some points she is giving. Let's go ahead. Uh,
Make
Rachita,
a
make a
point
point.
Make a point to express more appreciation to others in as many ways as you can think of. Sit down right now and make a list of people to whom you would like to outflow love and appreciation, and think of a way you can do so to each one within this week. Outflow can take the form of words, touching, a gift, a phone call, a letter, money, or any sharing of your talent that makes another person feel good. Choose something that makes you feel especially good too, even if it's a little more difficult for you.
Exactly.
Prac-
He says, make a list of people whom you would like to appreciate. Give something within this week. Maybe a phone call, maybe a gift, maybe a letter, maybe money. So, Shubda ji, these are all forms of giving, right? Helping, giving, right? Just by asking a person, how are you? Hey, how is life going? I hope you're well. That also helps them. That's a one wonderful help, right? So choose something that makes you feel especially good too. choose something to do for someone which makes you feel good also, even if it is little more difficult for you, right? She says practice speaking more words of thanking, appreciation, admiration to people when you feel like it. It was kind of you to help me. I want you to know that I appreciate that. Your eyes were shining and beautiful as you said that, and it made me feel so good to see you. It's okay to say these things, even if it makes you feel little embarrassed. Okay. So I want to share a funny remark here. Uh, my husband was driving today and he asked how I drive. I said, yeah, very good. He said, oh, you know what? I have maintained a very good average. I said, yeah, you maintained a very good average. But you know what I ended up with? Yeah. You have maintained a very good average. But you know, your path was quite straight. So it meant to. He was like, okay, very good form of appreciation. And I immediately got clicked. Oh my God. When even I have this appreciation, it was still conditional. I was still putting a condition to it that you did this, but the road was pretty straight. The average has to come good. I was realizing then in that moment that why it was required for you to say that the road was good. You just said the yes, you did good, right? And this is how we are, right? Putting conditions on small things. And I'm so happy that he made me realize in that moment, right? He said, very good form of appreciation. Just like that, he said only, and no further communication. But I really realized that and what I've also realized is if I'm doing this to him, that means I'm doing it to myself as well. Appreciating conditions applied, right? Maybe I'm not understanding or recognizing or accepting it or not aware of it, but that's how we do it. What we do with others, that's what we do within ourselves, right? So I could not remember a point after that, but I just in my heart said, I have to understand and realize this fact point. Like I have to be more appreciative, right? Okay, let's go ahead. So go through your personal possessions and find items that you really don't want or you don't use very often now. Give them to others who will appreciate them more. Okay, your personal possessions. Let's go ahead.
If you are a person who tries to spend a little money, uh, spend as little money as possible and always hunt for a bargain, try spending a little money each day unnecessarily. Buy the product that cost a few cents more instead of less. Treat yourself to a little something extra. Pay for a friend's coffee or donate money to a good cause. Even a small action of this sort is a visible demonstration of yourself that you have faith in the abundance that you have been affirming. Actions speak loud as words in this case.
Wonderful point. Very nice. So bargaining, how much we bargain every day, right? How much is the habit of that bargaining, right? She said, try spending a little money unnecessarily each day. Buy something which is little costly and less. I mean, usually instead of less, treat yourself with by paying something extra, paying for friends' coffee or donate some money for a good cause. Every small action is a visible demonstration to yourself that you have faith in abundance, that you have been affirming. Action speaks as loud as words in this case. Wow, what a wonderful point, right? Let's go ahead. Fourth point, teeth your income. This is a very important point, actually.
Eating is the practice of giving a percentage of your income to a church, spiritual organization, or any group or person that you feel is making a worthwhile contribution in the world. It is a way of supporting the energy and at the same time acknowledging that all you receive comes from the universe and therefore you give a token back to the universal source. It doesn't matter what the percentage is. Even teaching just 1% of your income will give you a continuous experience of outflow.
Exactly. So I want to ask here, who is having a habit of teething here? Anybody has a habit of teething? Rachita has it. Gauriji has it. And how much percentage of teething?
5.
Any specific percentage? 5%
5.
for Rachita. Anyone else?
Two,
It
two,
sometimes goes up and down, but
yeah,
2%.
it is beyond the 5 only always.
Mhm. Okay, okay.
maybe 2%
Achha, yeah,
for me.
Kavita ji. Yeah, Kavita ji.
You don't what I didn't calculate about this percentage and all. From my heart, I used to give
You have
1,500
to be louder. We are not able to hear you
Okay, is it audible now?
now. Yeah.
Okay, I don't keep any this particular percentage as of now. I wish to give 1,500 rupees per month for this food for the Annadhanam. So I used to give, and I don't keep this percentage. It depends upon my income. Like I'm able to give 1,500 rupees per month, I'm able to give. If not, the minimum target is 1,000.
Okay, okay. Fine. Very nice, Kavita ji. Very nice. Wonderful. So actually, teething is a very, very important concept, especially when it comes to money. And many people follow it. In the beginning, it is difficult, but as you follow it, you get to receive abundance from the universe. Actually, teething is 10% of your income. Okay, 10% of your income, because in our in our religion it is said that we have 10 particular elements. Five is elements, that five: air, water, um earth, and five elements, right? And five is something else. I'm not recollecting that, but something else. So 1% to each, because all that is only helping us to be where we are. So actually it is 10%. But even if you're not able to give 10%, some percentage of your income has to be definitely come out. Otherwise, actually this is being said, anyways, income has to go. It will come as an expense either for something or the other, you know, some injury will happen, some this will happen, that will happen. Money has to move out, no matter what, right? But if you put your effort in putting tithing, right, for a spiritual cause, it increases the abundance. This is a hence proved thing for so many people. I have been also practicing it. Like I was doing it like Kavita ji, but now I have started doing it as 5% now. But my sincere intention is I want to make it 10%. Um, and that's my intention that I have to complete. Right. So this is very, very important. Very, very important. And actually, she has said a wonderful thing, which also has to be understood. Right now, my teaching or whatever I do, it goes on a several places. But one has to also keep an intention to put it some organization or some group which is doing a contribution to the world. Right? We have to support that energy, and at the same time we are acknowledging that all we receive comes from universe, right? So tithing is very important. Even tithing just 1% of your income will give you continuous experience of outflow, right? Be creative. Think of other ways of outflow of your energy into the universe for the good of yourself and for others. Here, I also want to share one more thing, which I've learned from my mentor. My mentor has always given me this exercise, always to do. So when I was about to get married, so I was given a prayer by my mentor. She said, you have to pray for all those who are struggling like you to get married. Everybody, because you know the pain. You know the pain, how much struggle you're going through. So you know that pain. You have to pray for everybody, everyone in the universe who's struggling like you. So whatever problem, challenge you are going through in your life, a health challenge, a mental challenge, anxiety, or a career or relationship, whatever it is, start praying for everyone who's been struggling like you. Pray for their healing, their settlement in their life, abundance in their life. This is one of the best way of giving, outflowing. Best way. And I'm telling you, you will receive in abundance. Okay. So I was given a small exercise. My mentor told me to put a coin in a, we call it as this bullock, put a coin every day into it with an intention and prayer that this coin helps everybody who are struggling to get married. Okay. That was just an exercise, conscious exercise for me to, so that I practice it every day. Right. So I started practicing. I put one coin and then I pray that whosoever is struggling to get married, they get married very wonderfully and all their financial, all struggles get removed. Right. And she said, whenever this gets filled up, you give it in somewhere, you give it. That energy will reach the universe to all those people who have been struggling like you. So this was one exercise that was given. And like that, everybody can do like this exercise. This, right? Whatever challenge you're facing, you can start exercise, some exercise like this. It's a wonderful exercise. Right? Okay. So that's for today. Healing is our next session. We will do it next time. Okay. Yeah, Rachita.
Yeah, it can be that prayer, what you did is very beautiful. So it can be for anything, right? So if at all it is for settlement of marriage, like you'll understand what I mean. So it can also be prayed in this form, right?
So
May everyone who is
when I
struggling
got
with
this,
the
when I was getting this exercise, I actually prayed for the financial struggles they have been getting in their life. So definitely it can be done for any purpose. But if you just want to pray also, that can also be done. No problem.
yeah. So even the past which I went through a year back, that struggle. So I can just pray for everyone, no, like who are going through that.
Yeah, everyone who's going through those struggles for their healing and for
Huh.
their settlements.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. It is a beautiful practice.
Whatever
Thank you.
you want in your life, you have to pray for others. Simple formula. Very simple
Mm.
formula. You want peace in your life, pray for everybody who wants peace in their life. Let peace be reigns in everyone's life. You want money in your life, pray for abundance in everyone's life. Hmm. That's the phenomena. Yeah, Kavita ji.
Yeah, just I want to share like what you said, right? In this thing you put 1 rupee coin, right? So actually this instructions my mother got once she visited some temple to a priest.
Okay.
Okay, so for, she used to keep that what is that the Koda Madri, so pot and yellow cloth and they have to tie in the top and they have to put every day a single coin, not one,
Hmm.
not single coin. So how much you want to wish you can keep, but mandatory is one.
One.
That
Hmm.
that is the instructions they have given. But I'm not understood what purpose is this. But she has done it, and after that, at the end, she has given it to the temple itself. So
Hmm.
she went and put it in the well itself. But I don't know understand the reason behind and purpose behind that. That I can understand now.
Now, wonderful. Very nice, Kavita ji.
Now also she's
So,
doing. Now also she's keeping. She's following the practice.
wow, very nice. Very nice. With different intentions, right? She must be
Yes,
doing
yes,
it for a
yeah. The
different
intention is
intention.
very different, but that time is intention is different. This time the intention is different.
Very nice. So that answers Rachita's question. It can be done with any intention, right? This can be done with any intention.
Yeah, the intention is some more. They have to keep separately to honor.
Exactly. Yeah. You have to keep separately if you have more than one intention, separate for separate intentions, right? I'm so curious that when this jar will be filled up. Actually, I keep looking at it. I keep watching. I said, oh my God, half is left. So that really encourages me and motivates me and helps me. so much. I put one coin every day, not specifically a 1 rupee coin. Whatever coin comes, I just put it there
Yes, the
into
same.
it. Right? Very nice. Wonderful. Thank you, Kavitaji, for sharing this experience. Right. So that's all for today. And one wonderful understanding is giving. We have to be a giver. We all are gods in ourselves, and we have to become givers, not beggars. Give me, please give me, please. Not that. Every time. Instead of that, we have to become givers to the universe, right? And universe will find its way to give it back to us.
Yeah, like I'm so happy and I'm feeling refreshed now because I was very tired while attending the session at 9 o'clock. I came directly from after 2 hours practice and was literally tired and I'm not able to attend. Somehow I joined it little bit late, but somehow I made it. But now I'm feeling refreshed. I don't know what happened, but because the topic I love, this topic I love most, by giving and receiving and all. I used to love to give others and I also have to receive from others. But
Very nice.
I'm
Very nice.
feeling refreshed. I think I have a good sleep today.
Yeah, definitely you're going to have, right? And
Thank
before
you so much.
sleeping, pray for everybody who
Sure,
wants to
sure.
have a good sleep, right? I mean,
Yeah.
see how many prayers we can do in a day, how much we can do. Today I was reading somewhere, that sthul and sukshma. Sukshma is the inner core. Sthul is the material possessions. Actually, most of the time we have to be with this sukshma part inside of us, and less of the time we have to connect with the materialistic life. But we are living the opposite life. Most of the time we are concerned about the material things, everything outside. And sometime, you know oh God, once in a week I will sit in meditation. That's the grace I will do on you. That way we think, right? And to connect with that sukshma, we have no time. We have no time, unfortunately. Really, unfortunately, we have no time, right? But we have to, by just simply praying, we can connect with that sukshma, the inner essence of us, very frequently. It's a practice. It's a practice. Right? Very nice, Kavita ji. Thank you. Yeah, Gauri ji.
Basic question, Priya. This is often coming to me nowadays, actually. As you said,
Hmm.
no, instead of begging, praying for, I am of that type only. Every time, every time I'll be asking some or other thing for my daughter, son, for my husband. So, many beggings all the time. But I have changed this pattern recently after writing this bag and all, no blessings, appreciation that helps me to pay gratitude, lot of gratitude, like for whatever I am blessed with now. So that is giving more peace instead of asking, even if I want something also, I will put it in other way, thank you. I'm so grateful for this blessing to my son, to blessing for this kind of a blessing to my daughter. Even though it did happen, or I'm trying to visualize that everything is happening for our highest good self, no? That
Very
gives a
nice.
peace of mind, Priya. So this
I'm also
pattern
that
change.
kind of person, Gauri ji. Don't worry.
Huh?
All are in same boat, right? Don't worry.
Okay, okay. Thank
So,
you, Priya.
but we have to work on it, right? We have to
Yeah,
change it.
not
And honestly, we are
because
doing it.
whenever I do that, no, again my inner mind will, no, nothing has happened. What are you blabbering? What are you trying to say? It is not correct. That kind of a questions also coming, confusions coming. Still, I'm yet to get proper connect that I'm consciously knowing and continuing the practice,
Praying for others will
praying
help
for
you
others.
to
Yeah, praying
connect with
for
that
others. Specifically, I'm
sukshma.
doing Priya. Specifically
Mm.
for
Mm.
relatives, for friends, for colleagues, with their names, I'm praying. But in general, I'm not getting that habit. I have to
Mm.
develop
It's
that.
okay. It will happen. Yeah, it will happen.
Yeah. Thank you, Priya.
Very nice, Gauri ji. Thank you. Thank you, Gauri ji. Okay,
Excuse me,
that's all
Priya.
for today.
Just one
Thank you
question.
all. Bye all. Love you all. We
Yeah,
are
just one
taking our
question.
yeah,
Sorry.
Shubhda. Yeah.
Are we supposed to pray even for people with whom we are angry and who cannot be of much good to us?
Actually, they are the most important people for whom we have to do.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
They
Thanks.
have to be our priority.
Yes.
So we have to always and keep blessing them with more love, peace, abundance. Even if I don't feel like, I have to say, you know what, you have hurt me so much, but I bless you with love, peace, and abundance in your life. So we have to do them. I mean, it has to be a priority act for them.
I will
Shubhdaji,
do it for them immediately.
exactly. I mean, most importantly, you have to do for them, first of all,
Yeah,
then for anyone else. Right,
thank you.
Shubhdaji?
Yes. Thanks, Priya.
Hey, thank you, Shubhdaji. Thank you. We're skipping our prayer for today. Enough of discussion. So please, you can do it by yourself. Time is off. So we'll do it next time then. Okay. So
Thank
that's
you,
all
Priya.
for today. Thank you all. Bye all. Love you all. Please take care. Thank you all. See you all.
Take care, Priya.
Good night.
Thank
Yeah.
you.